Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your own channel AC Astro. Very few days to go now for 9th November. And Astrology for Beginners course, 8-week course is going to start from 9th of November just after Diwali. So this is a time to enroll. WhatsApp number on screen, module on screen, and a link in a description box. Click connect, and by Zoom you can learn astrology. And now, what about this week? The week starting from 20th of October up to 26th October. Let's welcome Akash ji from Calgary, Canada. Namaskar, Ram Ram Akash ji.
Namaskar, Rohiji, Ram Ram. So, very exciting week. But little bit of challenge for those who are going through Mars Mahadashanta Dasha because Mars is getting debilitated this week. Now, for Aries ascendant, October 20th is when Mars will enter into Cancer, into Karka, and here it becomes debilitated. So, if we see the concept of debilitation or exaltation, we have to understand that whenever a planet will be debilitated, it will be at least strength in that house. So right now, this is the fourth house that is related to your real estate, related to your vehicles, related to your mother, your homeland, your emotional security, anything to do with your roots, your family. Exactly. And also luxuries in life. Everything is on the fourth house, and here it is going to get debilitated. Now, since it is debilitated, it is putting an exalted aspect on the 10th house. So, career wise, great, awesome growth for all the Aries ascendant people. But any dealings in real estate, any dealings in anything to do with home, family, should be taken in utmost consideration. This is not the right time to buy new or purchase new vehicles. That is what is required for Aries ascendant people to be very, very careful on. Those who are shifting during this time, maybe shifting a house, buying a new house, shifting to the new house, they have to make sure that they choose the right muhurata in between this kind of transit when Mars, the karaka of any significator of land and vehicle, is getting debilitated. So very careful. On the other hand, Moon will enter into Gemini. So Moon was exalted, now enters into the third house. Exactly, very careful about health of mother also this week, because in the house of Moon, Mars is debilitated. There is the ascendant lord debilitated, so not anyone else. And from Moon's house, Moon is sitting 12th, so that means there is going to be some kind of stress, trouble, tension, or maybe expenses related to home, mother, anything to do in the area related to your vehicle, your uh, house repair, or some kind of expenses are also coming up in the beginning of the week. Then Moon enters into Cancer. Now, even in debilitated state, when Moon will meet Mars, it will create a Mahalakshmi yoga. And especially both are aspecting the 10th house. So that means from your career, there can be possibility that where everything else is going wrong or a little bit difficult, from the career area, you're supposed to gain a little bit of benefit. Also, if you see, the placement of Jupiter is also aspecting the 10th house. So that means there are two aspects of beautiful benefic planets on the 10th house. That means Jupiter and Venus, and sorry, Moon. Now that is called Gaj Kesari Yoga, when Jupiter and Moon will aspect in the Kendra. On the other hand, Mars is also aspecting. So Mahalakshmi Yoga, Gaj Kesari Yoga. So everything in aspects is happening during this time. So a very, very awesome time for Aries ascendant people to grow professionally during this week. And then Moon enters into Leo, Rohitji. Now this is another placement. Uh, when Moon will be in progress from its own sign, this is a possibility that there will be a lot of bliss and lot of comfort that will come to your family, to your life, especially through your romantic, any encounter partner, through your children. There can also be possibility those who are studying and those who are, thinking of going somewhere abroad or maybe away from their home. This is a possible time for them to enroll and activate their luck. Only possibility that Mars has to be taken care of about dealings of all the things related to land, vehicles, but otherwise, this is a very good week for professional growth, professional elevation. Um, there is Nichbang Raj Yoga also happening. Jupiter is aspecting the Kendra, that is the 10th house, with the niche, that is the debilitated aspect. Mars is aspecting with the exalted aspect. So this is called niche bhang Rajyog aspect also. So beautiful time for career this week, Aries ascendant. So make a note of it. All the best. There is a WhatsApp link in the description also for personal appointments. And 9th of November onwards is when the course will start. Astrology for beginners. I think it's already almost complete, few last spots left. So if you want to get into it, I think that's why team has put this presentation here. All the best. For Taurus ascendant people, how this week is going to be. So Mars is getting debilitated. That means it is getting into Cancer on 20th of October. Now this is the third house of courage, third house of initiatives, third house of even learning, third house of your hobbies and your communication. Mars is the lord of the 12th house. Coming to the third house is good news, by the way, for those people who are trying to go to a foreign country and settle down there. So this is a very, very good news for you, but it is a little bit of challenge regarding your approach in life. So this is the time that you may feel a little bit of demotivated, saying that okay, I don't want to do anything. So where a lot of initiatives are required, that is where you will say that okay, just let it be. For Taurus ascendant people, Mars is not a very, very extremely benefic planet because it rules the seventh house. Seventh house is called a Maraka, or a house that is called the house that creates problem in our health and longevity. And this is the third house. It's an Upchaya house. That means improvement house. Now this is the time that you need to. Third house is also house of very short term habits. Like some people, short term they will start doing something like drugs, like alcohol. Suddenly they will go crazy about it. So this is also the house of short term habits because it is eighth from the eighth. We have to be careful in any kind of habitual things because third house is house of communication. So fighting, speaking wrong, writing something very bad, we should avoid. It is also the house of your siblings. It is the house of your your smaller neighborhood. Here you have to be very careful not to fight, not to get into any arguments. But Mars is putting an exalted aspect on your ninth house. That is the house of higher learning. Here higher learning is going to be invoked by you, so that is a very, very positive aspect of Mars. Higher learning, travel, visa, any visa problem that is happening, that you need to get your green card. Those who are in IT, lot of growth, amazing growth for them, because Mars, the eighth aspect of Mars is on Saturn on the 10th house, so it's a beautiful thing as well. But Mars is going to be debilitated for a very long time, so we have to be very careful in our approach of communication. Moon, on the other hand, enters into Gemini. Again, it shows that fight with siblings, problems like money wise, we are sorted. Money wise, Taurus ascendant people don't have any problem this week or in the coming weeks. Moon was in exaltation and in Gaj Kesari Yog. Now it has gone to the second house. There could have been lot of when Moon and when Moon and Jupiter are together in the ascendant, there could be lot of auspicious happenings in your environment or in your current situation, that some marriage, some birthdays, some happiness, some puja, some rituals. So beautiful time for Taurus ascendant people. Second house, money wise, everything is good, but communication, speech wise, emotionally, we don't want to commit anything wrong or right to anyone. So that's what is required. Then Moon enters into Cancer, into its own sign, where Mars is debilitated. Whenever Moon and Mars will come together, it will be called as Mahalakshmi Yoga in the third house. So that means there is still opportunity. Obstacle is there about your attitude being lazy, but on the other hand, opportunity is still there to just give that last push and make lot of wealth, lot of uh, happiness, lot of abundance through your efforts, like through that one push that is required. But Moon in the third house will take care of your communication that is going wrong. Somewhere it will come and control things. So good. And then Moon enters into Leo, into the Kendra. Third house lord in the fourth house will also give results of the past house. So happiness for mother, anything to do with good news for siblings. There can also be possibility if your siblings are trying to figure out work or something. Here there is a possibility that they may get some inner peace, happiness, work. So it's beautiful time for all the Taurus ascendant people. Fourth house Moon is also considered very good for nurturing. That means that's why the fourth house is the Pakka house of Moon, and Moon is a nurturer. It will nurture you. So during this time, getting very close to your mother, trying to have a very nice pep talk, or spend time with her is a very important. Very, very good for you. If you don't have mother like figures are someone in your life, you can spend time with them. All the best, guys. Specifically this week, the energy that is related to complete energy that is related to the eclipse is ended, because what happens after an eclipse, when the till the time Purnima does not happen, the effects are still there, and Purnima happens, so everything ends. Now there's going to be a lot of blessings for all the people. All the best, guys. 9th of November is when the Astrology for Beginners 8-week course will start. So it is weekends only, and in the evening for Indian time and in the morning for North America. So enroll for it, make the most of it. All the best. Gemini ascendant people, your Mars is entering into Cancer, into the second house. Now, Mars here, if you see, is the lord of the sixth house and the 11th house. So, somewhere Mars is associated with illness also, and it is coming to a Maraka house getting debilitated. So, very careful about illness of the mouth, problem related to, your inside of the mouth, problem related to speaking also, like speaking something very, very harsh or getting into harsh arguments is possible. During this time, if there is any investment opportunity that comes, for any property, anything, you should be very careful. Education wise, yes, you should invest during this time if there is any education or any higher learning you want to do. But otherwise, very careful about any real estate investment, because Mars is in the second house of fixed assets, debilitated. So you will not be able to make the right judgment. Mars, on the other hand, is aspecting your eighth house, which is an exalted aspect of Mars. That means this is the time to do a lot of research, a lot of occult practices, trying to understand, what is the future hold for you. Mars is going to be debilitated for a very long time, by the way, here. So we have to be very careful in approach towards any building any fixed asset or doing investments. Great time for people who are in inheritance kind of situation where inheritance is coming to them. So that is a good time for them. But wealth wise, very careful. There is another indication here. Whenever the 11th house lord will be in the second house, it means that there will be wealth coming in. So, wealth is not stopping, but investment of wealth is required. Very, very precise idea about where and how to invest the wealth that you're getting. Moon, on the other hand, enters into Gemini. Now, Moon is the lord of the second house in the ascendant. So that means because of your self effort, because of your determination, there will be possibility of gains of wealth. So that is also a very, very positive thing. Your personality. This is also the time of a lot of grooming, a lot of makeup, a lot of buying new clothes and stuff like that. So very, very awesome time for Gemini ascendant. And then later it does not end. 24th of October is when Moon will enter into Cancer in its own sign with Mars. Whenever Mars and Moon are together, it is called Mahalakshmi Yoga. That means again, wealth wise, the tap is open this week. A lot of wealth is going to be pouring in. But status wise, commitment wise, speaking wise, we have to be very careful about our harsh nature, because Mars is a harsh planet. So somewhere, ego, little bit of self-centeredness may come. Second house is also the house of status and self-respect. So such people may be thriving for self-respect, that okay, give me respect. So avoid such situations. Also remember, Sun, who's the planet of ego, who's the planet related to your courage and everything, is also very, very, is also debilitated right now. So that's why we have to be careful in approach towards our communication towards the outer people. Creativity has been hampered, will be hampered. That's why not a good time to take long-term decisions. Moon enters into Leo. This is very positive. Now, this is the time that short distance travel will happen, and that will be very, very pleasant for you. Something that will bring a lot of luck for you. There is also possibility that there can be, meet up with siblings or friends, and very, very good time spent together. Again, this is the house of communication, and Moon is the planet related to verbal communication. Coming to this house, again tells that the Mars is still occupying the second house, so be very calm in no aggressive approach in communication. Okay, all the best, guys. This is a very, very awesome week. Make the most of it. There is a WhatsApp link in description for personal appointments. And those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. And 9th of November is when Astrology for Beginners course will start. Those who have enrolled, welcome to the course. Those who are still waiting, final call, enroll, and then we will be able to close this. Cancer ascendant people. Now, Mars is entering into Cancer only, into the ascendant, getting debilitated. Look at Mars. Mars is a yoga karka. That means that's why Moon and Mars, when they come together, it is Mahalakshmi Yoga. And this is yoga karka. It rules your fifth and the 10th house. That means a Kendra and a Trikona. So that means it's absolutely a very, very yoga karka planet. Now, Getting debilitated means that your approach, your attitude may become little bit of, there will be a little bit of challenge for children also, challenge in career also. You will see that your efforts are lacking somewhere. This is what happens when Mars will be debilitated in yourself, in your ascendant. But because it is putting an exalted aspect on the seventh house, there will be lot of support from partners, from anyone who is your colleague, your business partners, your spouse. A lot of support from partnership is seen because it's an exalted aspect on the seventh house. So whenever any obstacle will come, one O will come, the other O, that is opportunity, will also come. So obstacle is little bit of, not self motivated, but the opportunity is that to now actually understand the relationship of partnership. This is what the planet is trying to teach us. Health wise also, we have to be very careful about the health of your your children, because the fifth house lord is debilitated in the ascendant, can create a little bit of mental stress in terms of children and their health. Moon enters into Gemini here. This is ascendant lord in the 12th house, so those who are doing any foreign travels, those who are booking foreign tickets, very very good time for them. Absolutely very good. Spiritually very nice time. Absolutely very much upliftment in spiritual life is also seen. So beautiful time for people. Only thing that moon in the 12th house is overwhelming for sleep. So when you are sleeping, there's a lot of thoughts in your mind. So during that time, please, by before sleeping, chant Om Som Somaya Namaha. Om Somaya Namaha. This is the mantra of moon, so that your moon has become very powerful and you calm down before you sleep. Other than that, moon enters into Cancer on 24th of October, and this is very awesome. Ascendant lord in the ascendant with Mars. Whatever it is a very very awesome house. The first house, it is going to create Mahalakshmi Yoga because of your effort, because of the collaborations that you have done, because of the people who are around you. You will really have success, and that success will turn into monetary benefits. So that is a very positive sign. Moon, on the other hand, will enter into the second house. Ascendant Lord in the second house, again, there is going to be some wealth that will come. And the wealth can be coming through career as well as through family. In fact, through your commitment also, or the commitment that you have received. So, some beautiful wealth is also being seen for all the Cancer Ascendant people. A very absolute, blissful, awesome month and week. But the problem is that Mars debilitated in the first house will take you, it will, your engine will become very very cold. You will need lot of push to start yourself. That is what is required. So such times when Mars is debilitated, you should do extreme exercise, extreme workout, so that Mars becomes keeps becoming powerful. Mars was born with the sweat of Lord Shiva. So that means once your sweat comes out, Mars is very very okay. That's why you don't, that's why whenever we have any problem like blood sugar, blood pressure, doctor will say, okay, do some exercise, walking, let sweat come out. This is what is required. All the best, guys. Starting 9th of November is when Astrology for Beginners, the 8-week course, will start. So all the best, guys, those who are enrolled and those who are enrolling now. Great time. Let's learn astrology together with the depths of all the Vedas. All the best. Leo ascendant. Now Mars is entering into Cancer. Now Mars is a Yoga Karka planet again for you, for Cancer and for Leo. Mars is Yoga Karka. It is the owner of a Kendra and a Trikona. Now here it is fourth and ninth house, which is its own. And especially in the 12th house here, ninth house lord in the 12th house, that means foreign travel is calling you. There can be some kind of foreign travel that can happen. Also, expenses related to travel is going to happen. But otherwise, very great time to achieve spiritual bliss. Mars is debilitated here, puts an exalted aspect on the sixth house. This is where the power comes. The power comes in workplace. The power comes in, your daily routines. The power comes in discipline. And that is where you will actually progress during this week and this month when Mars is in Cancer. Mars in Cancer also means that here, 12th house, your subconscious mind will be very, very active, and lot of dharmic, lot of religious activities will be done by all the Leo ascendant people. Only simple thing is driving. Very careful about driving, and because 12th house is also the house of daydreaming, like sometimes you're dreaming something at some kind of accident happens. So where you have to be careful. Ninth house lord in the 12th house also means that those people who are in foreign countries, their destiny rises during this time. So very positive, even in debilitation, a very positive approach. Whenever a planet like Mars will get debilitated in the 12th house, that means it is an absolute bliss that nothing wrong, nothing major wrong will happen. Okay, those who are pregnant, those who are in situation of childbirth and stuff like that, they should be very careful. Okay, as well. Moon enters into Gemini, the 12th house lord, 11th from itself. That means gains from foreign country is seen. Goals completed in a foreign country. There can also be possibility of some wealth pouring in, by the way, and that too in a foreign country, from a foreign country or from a very distant place in your life. So that is also blissful. Later, again, Moon and Mars together, 24th of October in the 12th house of, your losses or expenses. So expenses are happening, and why expenses are happening? Either for real estate, that means either for repair or real estate or some kind of construction in your house, or either related to higher education. So many Leo ascendant people will be joining the next course, astrology for beginners, that is starting 9th of November. So that is very, very good. Expenses are happening to you. All the best. Moon, on the other hand, is the lord of the 12th house. That means it activates your subconscious life, and very, very beautiful experiences related to spirituality can be seen. So try to be more spiritual, and try to also, 12th house is the house of a lot of giving. So make sure that humanitarian acts and stuff like that are also being done in your end. Then your moon comes into ascendant. Again, 12th house lord in the ascendant, time to reap the benefits of your spiritual gains that you have done in the past. Moon in the ascendant always is going to be very bright for all the Leo ascendant people, and it is going to be a very beautiful time for your self motivation, self shining. So you will be taking the light of the moon and shining like moon. So beautiful time for all the people. There is also one more yoga that is happening. If you have seen that Jupiter is aspecting your sixth house. Mars is also aspecting the sixth house, and Mars is putting an exalted aspect, Jupiter is putting a debilitated aspect. So this is called Nichbhang Raj Yoga aspect on the sixth house. So workplace wise, if anything was slow, it's going to go crazily fast, like fast, because Mars is an impulsive planet. But when it is sitting somewhere and cannot be comfortable and do anything, but where it is looking right now, like in the 10th house, in the sixth house, 10th sign, where it has all the power, it will make sure that it gives you a lot of blessing there. All the best. 9th of November, many Leo ascendant people will join now. So all the best, and look forward to see you. Everything is on the screen, and WhatsApp link is in the description. All the best. Now, Virgo ascendant people, Mars is entering into Cancer here, into the 11th house. Now, Mars, if you see here, is the third house and the 8th house lord going to the 11th house. That means a lot of communication, a lot of sudden ups and downs going to the 11th house. That means in the area related to social environment of your, you going to a party, you meeting some colleagues, or after party of business and stuff like that, there may be possibility that your communication will bring a lot of ups and downs in your life. So that is where you have to be very careful to shut your mouth during the time Mars is debilitated. This week has to be very careful about you discussing your wishes, hopes, everything with other people, because they may shatter your dreams by saying something stupid, and you will feel that I am demotivated now. It is an important time for your creativity to be unleashed, and but in very private, in very secret. What is the eighth house? Eighth house is secret house. Eighth house lord, fourth from itself, debilitated, means that you have to be very silent, not to be very screaming about your achievements, or screaming about your plans. Creativity wise, very good time. Support from your romantic endeavor, very good time. Support from children, very good time. Support from education, very good time. Health wise, careful, because it is also putting an aspect on your sixth house. So lord of the eighth house in the 11th house, putting an aspect on the sixth house, which is eighth from the 11th house. So there is a lot of calculation here. If you see, health wise, very careful. Mars, Saturn is there, some kind of surgery, some kind of operation, some kind of blood test, some kind of blood loss is also seen during this time. So very, very careful. But otherwise, Mars aspecting your third house, Mars aspecting your second house through the fourth aspect. This is a very good time for wealth. Very good time for wealth. A debilitated Mars aspecting the fourth house on a debilitated Sun, very good time for wealth. Again, this is cancellation and a Raja Yoga. Virgo ascendant people are doing very good this week, by the way, even with Mars. Only thing is that you have to shut your mouth, not tell about your plans to anyone. So you don't want to get jinxed. Moon enters into Kendra, into the 10th house. 11th house Lord in the 10th house, that means gains in career, some kind of very positive gains in career, recognition in career, and collectively some power comes. Very good time for your, what you say, uh, emotional briefing in your office, or trying to make them understand that what you're going through, so that you get a lot of support, and that support will turn into gains and your goals getting complete and getting some wealth, because moon has now come to the 11th house. 11th house lord in the 11th house with Mars makes Mahalakshmi yoga. Now here your wealth is also going to increase, wealth is also going to generate through your ideas, through your past efforts in your career. So it's a beautiful time for Virgo ascendant people. Then moon enters into Leo. Now here, because of these gains, there will be now expenditures. You will get gains and you'll say, oh, okay, I want to spend money. So here spending money will be there. Spending money on religious activities can also be there, on pilgrimage also be there, or foreign travel is also there. So there is a lot of expansion in foreign countries also this time, because Jupiter is sitting in the ninth house. So those who are wanting to learn new languages, they want to explore new places, very, very good time for booking today, 26th of October, and your tickets. All the best, guys. A beautiful week for Virgo ascendant people. Like, absolutely, out of all the people, you are at the number one in positivity. So great time. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. If you're going through anything or want to discuss your chart, here we are. All the best. Libra ascendant people, Rohitji. Mars is entering into Cancer. Now here, if you look at Mars, Mars is the lord of the Kendra. That means the seventh house. It's a Maraka and the second house. So Mars is extremely very not beautiful for all the Libra ascendant people. Going into the 10th house can create problem in career, or some issue in career. There can also be possibility that career wise there can be very less motivation, no kind of um, nothing that is exciting for you. So you may feel very, very monotonous feeling will come, but it does not mean that you suddenly give up and stuff like that. I know your ascendant also has a very debilitated sun. Okay, but the seventh house lord is also debilitated. Now this is a little bit of challenging situation, and especially that only motivation wise challenging. So to keep motivated, this is also the time that stay, or you can come out of your business and work and also focus on your house. Be motivated in the house area, because the aspect of Mars is in is that the seventh aspect of Mars is on the fourth house of your career, of your family life. So it's not always to be motivated in business or work. It is okay sometimes, just take a chill pill and go towards your fourth house, that is the house that is related to your family, home. This is a time to decorate your house, spend some money in your house. Diwali is approaching, so lot of cleaning in your house, renovation in your house. This is what you will be doing, conducting during this time. On the other hand, moon enters into Gemini. So here, I'm sorry to say, but there is again a challenge. The 10th house lord sitting 12th from itself creates some kind of losses in work area, some kind of problem, some kind of emotional trouble, some kind of arguments in your work area. So this is possible during this time. But otherwise, because ninth house is the house of destiny, and moon is not a very bad planet here. It is the owner of the Kendra. Coming to the ninth house, that is a very auspicious house, means your destiny will also support you with all the possible means in life. This is the time that you may also be asked to do some higher education or take some new courses. So that is a very good time. You should be considering that. Finally, moon will enter into Cancer and then make Mahalakshmi yoga here also. So if there is any problem, see, now this is another way of looking at it. I told my one of my client, Rohitji, that they will get a lot of monetary gains through their career, because of their placement in the plan in their personal chart. They really got monetary. They got 5 months salary and got laid off also. So 5 months salary came, but laid off also came. So this is that kind of situation that is happening for Libra ascendant people. That money will surely come through career, through profession, but it can be through negative means also. So depends on your personal chart that what currently you're. If you're going through Moon and Mars dasha, absolutely something is happening. If you're going through only something related to different planet like Venus and Jupiter, then this transit is not so potent for you. So let's it depends on your personal chart. But here, gains from professional life is also seen. Now see, I'm changing my statement. Earlier there was problem, but here gains either in negative way also is possible. So let's hope for the best. Moon enters into Leo. Again, that gains is going to happen. If there is any job loss, again, you will be very easily able to find a job. If there is any, you're looking for a job and trying to join somewhere, this is also very positive. You may be joining somewhere. So, one of the most best time for all the Libra ascendant people. All the best, guys. Only beginning of the week is when Mars will enter into Cancer and start attaining degrees. A little bit of demotivation in work area, and that can also lead to losses, so very careful. A lot of indication about your career this Moon is near your career only, before a house of career, after a house of career or occupation, so absolutely very careful. All the best, guys. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and 9th of November onwards, those who are inner calling of higher learning is happening here. 8-week course is happening, so please make sure that you join so that we can dive into it with lot of beautiful things to understand. All the best. Scorpio ascendant people. For Scorpio ascendant, Mars is the ascendant lord and getting debilitated in the ninth house. That means this is the time to do extreme hard work. Destiny will not support you. This is the time, if your destiny was supporting that, okay, I'm not doing anything, things are still falling in my lap. This is not that time. This is an absolute time for hard work, very, very much hard work. Because ninth house, this is the time to learn new things also. Learn new things, try to get into new ideas, respect your ancestors. If you want to get the good results of Mars during this time, Mars, go to a religious institution or a place like library and start sweeping the floor. It is looking so stupid, but in India, many people go to temple, take the broom, and start sweeping. Just nothing. There is no garbage there, but still they start sweeping. So you have to show that kind of your service is required. On the other hand, Mars is putting an aspect on the 12th house, so there can be foreign travel and expenses. Some people may travel to foreign country like suddenly. Okay, so there is going to be expenses in that area. Mars is aspecting your third house here. This means that your courage, your power, your motivation will be absolutely very high. So Mars getting debilitated, even your ascendant lord getting debilitated, is showing a lot of power. There can also be possibility the health of mother can go wrong, because the eighth aspect of Mars is on the fourth house where Saturn is and in retrograde motion. So here also a little bit of challenge can come. There is a complete video on Mars that has been debilitated, and we have done it on the channel, so it's there, so you can watch it, and you will get a lot of insights there as well. But try to be more motivated, more hardworking, because luck is not going to favor you. Hard work is going to be helping you. Moon, on the other hand, enters into Gemini, the ninth house lord in the eighth house. Sudden ups and downs in your destiny also. That something that was supposed to be coming to you suddenly does not come to you. So the promise ends here. But it is going to be very temporary, because later, and one more important thing is that Moon in the eighth house. Eighth house is also the house of subconscious awakening. Here you can see that lot of subconsciously you are going to be very, very active. There is going to be lot of presence of, what you say, occult in your life. You'll be doing some remedies, some kind of consultation, some kind of talking about your life. So such kind of things, seeking is also what is happening by Scorpio ascendant people. Then Moon enters into its own sign, into the ninth house. Suddenly the whole scenario changes. Here your destiny will start working for you now. You may have left hope that, okay, nothing is going to happen, but suddenly you get hope that, okay, wow, I have entered into one of the most positive time. Why did I get this kind of message from the universe? So some beautiful thing is happening in your destiny. Higher learning wise, you're joining new courses, starting new learning, so that is also very positive. And absolutely, why not? Astrology for beginners is starting on 9th of November, so you may be considering this during this time. So absolutely very well. Even other courses, higher learning, those who are in IT and engineering, very good time for them also to upgrade themselves. So awesome time. You have a very good placement, those who are in IT. You have fifth house with Rahu and ninth house with Mars now. So that means if there is anything that has to do with more creativity, more learning, and many people are upgrading themselves to AI and whatnot. So it is a very positive time for you. So all the best. Moon otherwise enters into the 10th house in the Kendra. Ninth house lord in the 10th house, that means blessings in career. There is going to be power, dignity, fame, name, everything coming to you. If it is possible, whatever scale you are in, that scale you will receive something very benefic, maybe very good recognition from your organization. So a very positive time for Scorpio ascendant people. Beginning of the month, beginning of the week, little bit of challenge, but then absolutely wonderful. All the best, guys. Make the most of it. You are awesome people. Sagittarius ascendant people. Now Mars will enter into Cancer here, into the eighth house. Now, eighth house is the house ruled by Sun, Rohitji. Ruled by Moon, and Mars always gets debilitated in the house of Moon, and this is because of fight between Mars and Moon. It happened because of Lord Shiva's intervention. He told that Moon is creating lot of havoc in the world. Try to control him because you are the army chief of gods, so you need to control Moon. And Moon had a fight with Mars, and Moon lost the battle, but gave a curse to Mars that you will become debilitated. Now, on beginning of day, if you see October 20th, there is so much big yoga that is happening here. Moon exalted, Mars debilitated, Moon making Gaj Kesari Yoga, Moon in the sixth house making Viprit Raj Yoga also. So that means some very big thing related to your Sagittarius, very big thing related to your workplace is going to happen on between 20 and 21st. That means Monday and Tuesday, whatever it is in your time zone. Something in the beginning of the week, something very positive is going to happen in your workplace. And that can be indicating a lot of wealth also, because the aspect of Mars, the exalted aspect, is on the second house of wealth. So lot of increase in wealth or a lot of abundance in wealth is also seen here. Eighth house is also the house of inheritance. Eighth house is the house of sudden ups and downs. Eighth house is the house of bad habits, drug addictions, sex addiction, intimacy, extramarital affair, occult, lot of things that is hidden, lot of things that is very secret. So this is the time Mars is very debilitated here. That means a lot of secrets may come out, lot of things will be unleashed, lot of secrets that were hidden from you will also come out. So keep an eye on everything like this. Inheritance by a fixed asset or anything that has to do with siblings, it will be a very important time that you will get something out of siblings or siblings war or something. This is also a time to discuss with siblings or communicate with siblings and get something because of the eighth aspect of Mars on the third house. So beautiful time. So gains is going to happen for you. Moon enters into Gemini, into the Kendra. The eighth house lord in the Kendra means loss in partnership, by the way, because it is sitting 12th from the eighth house, or indications of loss in partnership, where you need to be very, very vigilant. Very good time for spousal support, spouse partnerships is going to be very good, but otherwise a little bit of challenge. What happens is that if you, during this time, if you know that this kind of energy is there and you try to be very patient in your partnership, or try to argue and not emotionally get carried away, Moon enters into the eighth house, into its own sign, makes again a Mahalakshmi yoga with Mars aspecting the second house together collectively. That means your bank balance is going to increase. So what we need to do in partnership or in something collaborative work, if there is someone who's trying to act smart, ignore that. Don't try to be emotional that I did everything, you did nothing. Try to be very smart and make sure that you are in Hindi it is called yeda ban ke peda khao. It means be stupid. And drunken monkey master, he's the master of kung fu, but he's drunken, so everyone thinks he's weak. Show that you are weak, but you are very powerful, that you have the power of patience. This is what is required. So some wealth is going to come to you. Eighth house Moon and Mars also means subconsciously there can be some possibility of little bit of disturbance, and especially this disturbance can be related to your health, because the 12th house lord is in the 8th house. That means sleep pattern problems related to health, problem related to what we say, some kind of daydreaming, suddenly accident, some kind of injury in your stomach area, some food poisoning. This is possible, but still lot of opportunities and obstacles this time. Then Moon enters into the ninth house. Again, you're blessed. Everything is very positive. There's going to be a lot of happiness. Moon is in the house of Sun. The dispositor of this house is debilitated right now. So Moon is coming here and giving a lot of light to this house, your destiny, your learning, your knowledge. Good time to spend your time with your mentors, with your teachers. Okay, all the best, guys. There's a WhatsApp link in the description, by the way, for personal appointments. And here, those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. Capricorn ascendant Rohitji. Now Mars enters into Cancer. Now for Capricorn, again, Mars is a very important planet. If you see fourth house lord, that is lord of your career and lords of your home place, and also Mars is the lord of your sorry, not your career, lord of your home values, mother, and also how of your gains, everything that you have to gain. Now in the Kendra, a Kendra lord is coming and getting debilitated. but putting an exalted aspect on your ascendant, that means you yourself will be powerful. The obstacle here is partnerships, the obstacle here is business dealings, the obstacle here is anything to do with your spouse. The opportunity here is that Mars is aspecting your ascendant, that means you will be absolutely so powerful, rigid, so sometimes, sorry to say, but egoistic as well, because your 10th house is also occupied by sun aspecting the fourth house. So egoistic approach will be there, but that will be for the positive outcome only. Some very, very important drive that you will do, which will be very positive. Only thing that fourth house lord, fourth from itself, getting debilitated, health of mother may be a little bit of challenge, where we have to be very careful. And this fourth house is the house of mother, like fourth, Cancer sign is the sign of mother's love only. So here, challenge related to that can be seen. Other than that, very, very awesome time. The fourth aspect of Mars is on a debilitated Sun. Sun will also get power through Mars, and career wise, things are looking very good. Here, Moon enters into Gemini, into the sixth house. Trouble related to legal troubles can come in, or that trouble related to spouse or partnerships can come in. Again, the seventh house lord is 12th from itself, so losses in that area is seen. But otherwise, in an overall positive way, this is also a time of lot of self initiative, rather than you get a lot of support, because Mars is putting an aspect on the ascendant. So self initiative is number one area for you. Your Look at your eighth house lord debilitated, your fourth house lord debilitated. So fourth house and eighth house have a lot of things in common. It is the eighth house. The fourth house is ninth from the eighth house. That means it is the destiny for getting some kind of land and stuff like that. Here, that planet is only debilitated, so you may feel a little bit of challenge in real estate dealings also. But Moon here in the sixth house, very careful about enemies, health, especially seventh house. Maraka planet coming to the sixth house means health wise, you have to be careful, absolutely very careful. Then Moon enters into Leo, into the Kendra, into its own side. Now this is Mahalakshmi Yoga. Some kind of wealth through partnership is coming. Some kind of happiness through partnership is coming. Some kind of positivity or some misunderstanding in the partnership is going to end. So a lot of positive things are also happening. So beautiful time for Capricorn ascendant people, and especially during this time, very important yoga is also happening. If you don't have this, you can look at it, that uh, Jupiter, Brahaspati Devta, is putting an aspect on your ascendant, and same way Mars is also putting an aspect on the ascendant. So the aspect of Jupiter is debilitated, the aspect of Mars is exalted. So it is called Neech Bhang Raj Yog, with aspects only, and it is happening through Kendra and through Trikona. So it is a very powerful aspect. That means you yourself will come out as a very, very awesome personality. So very beautiful time for all the Capricorn ascendant people. If you look at your courage, your ideation, your power, your brain, everything will be an absolute bliss during this time. All the best, guys. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. And those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. And because Ketu is in your ninth house, so there is one more thing that I did not discuss about Moon getting into Leo. Sorry, I missed it. But here, Moon entering into Leo is another important thing here. Again, gains from partnership, gains through some kind of collaborations, gains through some kind of, what you say, some kind of occult practices, gains through some kind of inheritance. So, lot of again gains is coming to you. So, beginning of the week, little bit of challenge, because Mars suddenly comes and fourth house Lord, mother's health problems, suddenly some trouble, struggle in your mind, stuff like that. And later it is going to be very, very positive. So all the best, Capricorn ascendant people. 9th of November is when astrology for beginners course will also start. So those who have Capricorn ascendant have Ketu in the ninth house. So those who want to have calling for higher learning, dharmic learning, spiritual learning, here we go. Absolutely very blissful. All the best. Aquarius ascendant people. Now Mars is entering into Cancer, into debilitation, into your sixth house. Sixth house is a very important house, by the way. It is the house of your health, your daily work routines, and everything like that. Mars here is the lord of your communication and also of your career. And going to the workplace and getting debilitated means in your career, in your workplace, there can be a little bit of challenge. Rohitji, one more thing. Aquarius ascendant is something like, whenever I come here, I have one story. So what happened is that we have our group, right? So those people who can go down and see in the description. So we have our WhatsApp group. So there is someone who joined there. I was looking at it. I keep a close watch on that group to see what learning people I have. Someone has made a very good thing about Capricorn and Aquarius ascendant, that we are born to struggle, we are born to this, we are born to that, this thought, whatnot. And we have done some karmas in the past that we have got this kind of placement and whatnot. What I want to tell everyone is that it is not a coincidence that Saturn is your ascendant lord. Saturn, whenever the word comes, is the word of hard work, of, you know, gains only after hard work. But hard work in gains in abundance, because in a Kal Purush Kundli, Saturn is the lord of the 11th house. Slow, but the gains are there for permanent gains. That means slowly you will learn that these are the life lessons, but that lessons will be there permanent for you. Your soul will learn that. So don't underestimate yourself. Aquarius and Capricorn ascendant are very powerful, very strict, very disciplined. One of the most awesome diplomats in the world, one of the most awesome lawyers, judges, one of the people who can decide other people's destiny is what Aquarius ascendant people are. They are the hands that build the, what you say, the palaces. That's what they are. So don't underestimate yourself. The people who are living in palaces are only because of your efforts. And since you are making palaces for others, the palaces does not even matter for you. That's why I'm telling you that more Saturn ascendant people should be completely devoted towards spirituality. Anyways, here the third house lord is in the sixth house, and 10th house lord in the sixth house in debilitated position can create a little bit of challenge in workplace, and which may, you know, trouble yourself, and you may be resigning during this time, because it is putting an exalted aspect on the 12th house of losses as well. So, you know, in ego and this, I don't care. I lost this, that. That's this kind of attitude that you'll have. But I would suggest to have a lot of patience. Try to apply for foreign countries during this time, because it is a time that Mars is putting an aspect on the ninth as well as the 12th house. So there is possibility of your acceptance chances very higher in foreign countries. So that is what you should be doing. Health wise, also very careful not to be in your daily work and routine. And also this is the time that your blood donation should be done by Aquarius ascendant people as a remedy to mitigate the malefic effect of Mars, because it is honestly a malefic planet, and it is planet of aggressive approach and stuff like that. So health wise, uh, blood donation should be done, so that your health is automatically, blood loss is going to happen, so blood donation happens, everything is in control. Moon enters into Gemini, the sixth house lord, 12th from itself. Defeat from enemies is also seen. I know Mars is debilitated, so enemies will be more heavy on yourself. So defeat from enemies is seen. A lot of trouble in terms of your workplace is seen. Loss of workplace, loss of job is also seen. There is, I know it is negative, but it is my duty to tell. It is in front of you. Nothing I'm hiding or telling something out of my own imagination. Everything is here. Depending on your dasha antar dasha, if this is very lethal, you're going through Moon, Mercury, Mars, Mahadasha, then this is possible. If not, then you are chill out, no problem, all good. But still be careful in your workplace. Moon, on the other hand, enters into Cancer here. Moon is going to be going to the sixth house, into its own sign. Now, those people who have applied for debt, loan, those people who can now have some kind of communication with their, you know, enemies and, you know, workplace, and try to solve things. This is absolutely possible, and there is also possibility that you may, you know, try to get into new areas of work also, or new routine to be started, because Moon is starting a new routine again from its own sign. It is coming back, repairing this house, and then going ahead. So there can be possibility that new things start for you, new work routine starts for you. So not very positive of two very benefic planets coming to the sixth house, but still, because they're making Mahalakshmi yoga, so some debt or loan that you have applied will get approved. So all the best. And then Moon enters into the seventh house. This is the house of relationships here. Sixth house lord in the seventh house. That means if enmity between partnership was there, positive. If there were any court cases or hearing on this day or anything to do with in this time period, again, there is going to be victory for you. If you're going to legal troubles, anything, again, victory for you. Very good time with spouse, very good, you know, support from the spouse is also seen. So a challenging week, but still, lot of opportunities are still there, and that too for foreign countries, one of the best opportunity that you have. All the best. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and 9th of November is when Astrology for Beginners 8-week course will start. So make sure that you are enrolled in this. All the best. Pisces ascendant people, now Mars is entering into Cancer. Mars, Rohitji, is the lord of the second house, money, and lord of the ninth house, destiny, higher learning, and it is exactly debilitated ninth from the ninth. So people may have little bit of problem in education. There can be possible problems in speculative gains also. There can be possibility that your destiny will not support you. Somehow speculative gains will not be in your favor. So a challenge in that area. But other than that, Mars in Cancer is putting an exalted aspect on the 11th house. That means all the goals that you had put, now you will be absolutely powerfully trying to achieve them. So any goals that is very short term goal that you have placed right now, you will achieve it during this week, or you may get one step closer to achieving it. So very, very positive. uh, Very good time to be extrovert, try to go out, meet people, be with larger groups. So this is what is possible, what is required. Mars is putting an aspect on the 8th house. So 8th house and 5th house have any combination, that means lottery, some kind of wealth is also seen. So suddenly some kind of wealth may also come. Mahalakshmi can bless you also. All the best. And I'll tell you the day that it will happen in this transit, when it is the most positive day for wealth accumulation. Here, Moon, the fifth house lord, will come to the fourth house, exactly sitting 12th from itself. So, children may be traveling abroad during this time. You may be also traveling abroad. Your parents may be traveling abroad. There can be expenses related to traveling, expenses related to home, something related to renovation. Diwali is coming, so a lot of expenses in that area is also seen. Some good activity in your house is going to be seen. So, that kind of stuff we can see. Then, Moon enters here with Mars in the fifth house lord. That means Moon here rules your speculative wealth. For Pisces ascendant, Moon is very important. If by chance Moon is sitting in the fifth house, ninth house, or ascendant, you should wear a moti, that means an emerald, sorry, pearl in your little finger, in a silver. Absolutely very awesome placement for getting Mata Lakshmi active in your life. So all the time money will keep pouring in. Anyways, here proper Mahalakshmi yoga is happening. Mars is also making an aspect with the putting an aspect on the 8th house. So this is the time of lottery, some kind of massive gains that you get, some kind of massive gains that is coming to pass. This is an opportunity depending on what scale you are in right now. That is the kind of gains you will get. So use your luck during this time. Very good planetary placements. And especially if you see the placement of Jupiter is also very, very awesome. It is also putting the aspect on the 11th house. Moon is putting aspect on the 11th house. Gaj Kesari Yoga aspect. Mars is putting aspect on the 11th house. Jupiter is putting aspect on the 11th house. Neej Bhang Raj Yoga aspect. So many beautiful aspects are happening. So try your luck. 24 to 26, very important time for startups, for anything you want to do using your luck. Beautiful time for you. All the best. And then Moon enters into Leo again. This is a time that there is going to be positivity only from your from the gains, from creativity in workplace, in anything to do with your daily routines, in anything to do with health. Everything will be very, very positive. So beautiful week for all the Pisces ascendant people. Here, astrology for beginners course is also starting from 9th of November. So look at your ninth house, Mars getting debilitated, telling you to, in the house of education, giving you an indication that, okay, get into education. So, those who want to learn astrology here, there is a chance. All the best. There is a WhatsApp link in the description also for personal appointments. And those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. Thank you, Rohit ji. Thank you for your patience. Thank you. Wonderful weekly video for all the people. All the best.
Thank you, Akashi. Wonderful weekly video for all the people, and wonderful predictions and remedies as well. Thanks for that. And your wait for the yearly predictions also going to over from 1st of November. Wait for that. We are making a separate 12 videos for all ascendants. So please subscribe our channel so you can get notification for your yearly horoscope. And for consultations, number on the screen, link in description box. And for the classes, same number, you can have all details on your number. Thank you very much to all the family members. Thank you, Akashi. Thank you very much for your detailed predictions about all 12 ascendants. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, Jai Shri Ram. Jai
Jai
Ram.
Hanuman, Jai Mata Di, Jai
Dhanyavad.
Mata Di.
Dhanyavad.